let's jump right into this.
What are those?
Man, we quit playing. Some nice sneakers over here. Yo, what's good, everyone? I'm Dr. Nii. Welcome to 2024. I'm joined by my co-host,
Dr. Renee.
Actually, it's 2024. I need to stop saying co-host. It is now joined by my host, my other host, or joined by, we are the host, Dr. Nii, Dr. Renee.
You did this last year, and quickly I got revoked.
Oh,
so
that was just a joke though. But it's 2024. We up in our living room. The kids are asleep. And
finally,
we just gonna show y'all a little something different from the Darko's, how we do things, all right? And normally a lot of shit gets done when the kids get put to sleep. And what you're gonna see and what I wanna show you is this pull-up bar that I have here. This pull-up bar that I got from Amazon. And we're gonna be talking about New Year's resolutions this year. And one of the goals, one of the things that I wanna be able to do is I wanna be able to do more pull-ups. So I want to be able to do 25 wide grip pull-ups by the end of the year. The question is why? The reason why I want to be able to do that is I don't know. That just sounds like a nice number to use.
should want to stop saying is, but whatever.
All right, well, stop hating from the peanut gallery back there. But 25 pull-ups to me is just like a number that would show overall fitness to me. So right now, I can only do maybe like 6, but I can do more if I do it like this, but I want to be able to do like this, which takes a lot more back muscle working on, and I just been ignoring all that stuff. But yeah, that's what we here. We sharing everything with y'all.
Let's see what you got.
We sharing everything with y'all with Docs Outside the Box, yo. So let's show y'all how we do it. Let me show you how I look when I do it. I want you to see exactly how I look when I do my pull-ups so that by the end of the year, and I'm busting it out, you see where I started and where I'm at. So let's see if I can do this. Now, first of all, I got scrubs on. Should I start off with an excuse?
No. Listen, don't start with the first excuse, okay? Okay,
This is a worldwide exclusive, y'all, on Docs Outside the Box.
Okay,
First
and
time
I'm gonna have
ever.
to make sure your feet are actually off the ground.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Wait, we go to wide? You might have to go to wide view or something like that.
I did go to wide view.
All right, let's go.
I'm gonna show you.
Or maybe go to the side or something like that.
Whatever.
All right, are we ready?
Yes.
You ready? All right.
Five, 6, 7.
If I do anything more than that, it's gonna look ugly. I was about to bust my lip on that last one. Man, hold on a second. Hold on. Does this one count? I don't care.
No, it don't count because you stopped.
That's 8. All right.
And that was 7 consecutive.
7 consecutive wide grip pull-ups. Plus, I had these scrubs on. If I had a tank top on, I could do more. But
Yeah, okay.
But you know what? Let's turn the tables on you, Dr. Renee. What physically are you going to be working on? Hold on. Put yourself on there. What physically are you going to be working on to get your...
To get my year right, my 2024 right?
Yeah. What you going to be working on?
Well, started working out about 2 months ago and trying to be consistent, which I have been. So, I don't know.
You talk about what are those, right? What are those?
They are my Crocs.
Listen,
You talk about what are
my
those,
nephew
my
gave me these for Christmas, okay?
All right.
So, that's what those are. They'll be laughing at my slippers. But, yeah, so I think maybe a push-up or 2.
Okay. So you want to do push-ups?
Yes.
All right, let's see what you can do.
Okay, usually I do the push-ups, like the girly push-ups on, like, you know, gotta get on your knees or whatever. I'm gonna try to do some push-ups, not
All
on
right,
your knees.
for the sake of the show, jump into it. Let's go. Let's
Okay. All right, whatever. Oh, help me, Lord. Now I can come with my excuses too. I got my what's the name on, my slippers on and scrubs.
Why you keep moving?
Okay, but you moving. Okay, all right. On your mark, get set, go. 1,
That's good.
2, 3, 4, 5. All right,
Damn.
that's it.
That's pretty good, Renee.
Okay, thank you.
I'm shocked.
I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm actually kind of shocked that you was
I was
able to
gonna
do
do
that.
some marine push-ups, some claps in between, but I didn't want to show you up. You know what I'm saying?
Look at that.
So
Look at that. Docs Outside the Box Nation, yo. You see, we don't just podcast, yo.
what do we do?
Yo, we work. We pump iron, yo.
We put iron.
You're trying to get gains, yo. This is the calisthenics department over here, yo.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? All right, let's get back to how we podcast, yo. Let's get into the show.
Okay.
So that's for real how we do things, guys, is, when the nighttime comes, that's when we get our work on, It's just how it is. Let me turn the light on here so we can see and stuff. So,
Heading downstairs.
yep. Yeah, we heading downstairs. So let's go ahead and get ready for this podcast. And we in the studio now, just to give you guys a little different perspective on how things occur here behind the scenes. So we are in any second about to switch to our not to our new studio, but
Our regular setup.
our
Our regularly scheduled programming.
All right. And we are good. And we are going to switch in 3, 2. What's up, everyone? It's Dr. Nii.
And Dr. Renee still
Oh,
breathing through it.
Turn your mic off.
Breathing through it.
I'm still breathing from them pull-ups, yo.
Breathing through it.
So what's this show about, yo?
What is this show about? What?
Oh,
this
turn your mic off.
episode?
Turn your mic off.
This episode?
You gotta push and
you
hold.
mean?
Yeah. So this episode, y'all, is about really New Year's resolutions, why so many people fail, why I failed in the past, why, I don't know, I'm assuming you failed in the past. Why so many people fail, yo? And, I think part of the thing with our show is we're talking about paying off debt. Sometimes we talk about money issues that we make or that you can make. But then also at the same time, we talk about how to get like your mind right. And that includes getting more productive. And that's just a all encompassing term. But also, how can you get more efficient? How can you get more confident?
Yep.
And how can you like use systems, right? In that buzzwordy type way, to kind of hack yourself into better behavior.
Yeah.
That's what I did last year, or at least attempted to do so. And that's kind of I think since this is like the first episode of the year, I just think that that's where we should start, which is how do we get to a point where we're letting people know this is what we do to make ourselves more efficient. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about New Year's resolutions. I'm not going to front.
Technically, this is the second episode of the year.
Well, but it's the first one that's recorded in 2024.
Correct. There you go. You don't want to confuse our audience now.
I'm not going to confuse the audience and stuff, but yeah, so... So that's the gist of this conversation, y'all, is to, if there's anything that you're struggling with, or if there's any goals that you've always wanted to get done, you might be studying for boards or, I don't know, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm. Studying for the MCAT.
There's ways in which, this show, the topics that we talk about can help. And let's jump right into it.
Okay.
So New Year's resolutions. So by the time this episode comes out, I think probably the majority of people would have given up on their New Year's resolution. They would have been like, yeah.
I'm going to eat salad.
Eat salad.
They eating cupcakes.
Or going to the gym.
Going to the gym.
Or giving up soda, giving up alcohol, whatever it is in terms of the New Year's resolutions, the statistics show that you are likely going to fail, whether in the first 2 months, first 6 weeks. 2 weeks. There's studies everywhere. Hold on. Because
I'm like, if you did 2 months, that's actually not bad.
You know me. I like stats. So it says that there's a study from the University of Scranton. This is 2014. Found that only about 8% of people are successful in achieving their New Year's resolutions, and obviously 92% fail their resolutions. Right?
Yeah.
Another one shows that 44% of Americans made New Year's resolutions in 2020. The study reported that by February, only 19.2% of those who made resolutions were still maintaining them. Another study showed, or actually this is a survey in the U.S. found that 46% of respondents made New Year's resolutions in 2021, right?
Right.
Of those who made resolutions, 27% reported that they were successful in achieving them, while 37% were not successful. I think, this is 46% of respondents. I thought it was saying that 46% of everybody in the United States. I was like, damn, people are just giving up now.
No. Respondents. Yeah.
So the stats show that if you're going to make a resolution, more than likely you're going to fail at it. So
yeah, but you don't have to.
You don't have to. You don't have to. And I think that, what it came down to, or what it comes down to when you're listening to the show is like, well, why should I listen to the shows? I think what we want to show is that through, our mistakes and also through this dope book right here, Atomic Habits, that I did a review on several episodes like last year or 2 years ago. I did a review on this book. We're going to put this on the show notes. This book right here changed how I look at fitness. It changed how I look at developing habits. It changed a lot of things about what I think is possible versus not possible. And it really took a lot of the pressure off of me. Right, because this is one of those books that when you look at other people who are really successful and you want to emulate them, you think it's all because they work hard and they are motivated. And that's really only a small part of the picture. It really is about, in essence, the systems that they set up around them, right? Like, just having a gym in your own house, right? And the gym is like, it doesn't have to be like a regular gym, but like a regular small home gym, or like how much time do you have set for yourself to read, or how much time do you really want to spend with children and all those different things. Like, how do you set up those systems to make sure that stuff always occurs and stuff? So that's what we're talking about. And since I've done this book, the biggest thing that I wanted to work on was I wanted to become an athlete. Remember that? Yeah. I wanted to become an athlete. I felt as though being a trauma surgeon, which I got something I want to say real quick. And I was thinking about this. I do a lot of thinking in the shower.
A lot of people do a lot of thinking in the shower.
Because I'm always thinking, like, why do I do this show? Like, why are you listening? And I think that the key thing for people to understand is that there's a difference between becoming a doctor versus being a doctor.
Oh, yeah.
And the lessons, like, some people will be like, well, being a doctor is tough. And it's like, yeah, it's tough, but it's a different type of skill level than going through the process, right? And I think that's the whole point of the show is we want to give you the tips and tricks as you are going towards becoming a doctor. Right. But then once you are a doctor, or once you are whatever healthcare professional, the goalposts change. And all the things that you use to get you to becoming a doctor, a lot of that stuff changes actually, right? Like, becoming a doctor is one of the hardest things that you can do. Not many other people can do this.
Right.
It requires a certain level of dedication, reading, comprehension, perseverance, right? But then once you become a doctor, particularly in today's age, you basically a high-priced employee.
You could be.
Right? The key is if you choose to be, if you choose to let yourself,
could
right?
be.
And I think when you think about that topic and talk about atomic habits, I always think about this thing of like, if you don't create a schedule for yourself, somebody else will.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't create habits for yourself, somebody else will. Right? Like, if you aren't intentional about your career, somebody else will be intentional about your career.
And maybe not even your career that someone will be intentional about, because they're not being intentional about your career. They're just being intentional about where you need to be and how you're going to show up.
Isn't that crazy though? Like, if you're not like cognizant of that,
because they're not thinking about your career.
Like, that's just like everything just gets reduced to that. You just become a person who fills a schedule.
A butt in the seat. Yeah.
Well, for me, I was in my, late 30s, 40s, and I was not happy with physically how I was looking. I was not taking care of myself, living a typical trauma surgeon life, which is, 24 hours on here, 24 hours on there, 24-hour shifts here, eating hotel foods if I was doing locums, when I was doing locums. And then once I switched completely to locums, I'm in extended stay hotels, don't have time to make meals. and cholesterol's going through the roof, almost pre-diabetic, and I just knew that there needed to be a change. I just didn't know how to make that
What
change.
is almost pre-diabetic? Is that like pre-diabetic?
Did I say almost pre-diabetic? I think I was pre-diabetic then, I think. Yeah, you got me there. You be listening, yo, for real.
I do be listening, because if you almost pre-diabetic, that means you ain't near diabetes.
I think technically on my hemoglobin A1C, I was pre-diabetic. I think.
I be listening.
Yeah, you be listening.
I be listening.
Anyway, damn this girl, yo, the audience, yo, for real, yo. But, yeah, I was struggling, for real. I was struggling. I think from a mental health standpoint also, like there's this, I'm hard on myself. Mm-hmm. We just type A individuals, we tend to be really hard on ourselves. Well, the reason why you can't physically get your life together is because you don't want it hard enough, which is tough, right? Because work is hard already.
Right. That's what we tell ourselves, yeah. You must not want it hard enough. And it's like, there could be other reasons besides you just don't want it badly enough that could interfere with you being successful at something.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that. And I think this book, I read this book way before the year started.
Yeah, I think 2022.
No, I read this book 2021, I think. No, you might be right. We're going into 2024. Yeah.
We're in 2024.
So I read this book in 2022 before like the actual beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. So this wasn't like a New Year's resolution type of book. It was just a book that I wanted to read. And from whenever I finished reading it, I knew exactly how I was going to do it. And I'll just leave it to you like this. Let's just jump right into the results. Like I've been working out at least on average 5 to 6 days a week for the past 2 years now. Mm-hmm. I've lost weight. I lift more. I have less back pain. Mentally, I'm in a better place because I feel like I'm more in tune with my body. I feel like actually exercise is like therapy for me, right? Because that is the time when I'm working out. I'm not thinking about anything related to work. I'm not thinking about anything else that's stressing me. It's just me really focusing on something that I'm really concerned about, which is my body. Stuff is no joke. But for me, this is therapy because, the job is so stressful. It's very easy to, lose track of taking care of yourself because you're so busy putting all your effort into taking care of other people. And as a result, you get a lot of neglect. That stress adds up. That cortisol level adds up. Depression kicks in possibly. And you develop like a mentality of like, it don't matter. Just get it done. Take care of the patients. Next thing you know, you end up with a lot of issues. And I think for me, I just don't want to have those issues. And the fact that I, for 45 minutes or however long can focus on that, like I feel good about myself afterwards. And to me, that's been the biggest achievement. And look, you can go back to that previous episode to listen to the specifics of Atomic Habits, but let me look at my notes real quick. I'm going to give you 5 quick main points of this book, which is number 1, the power of tiny habits. Number 2, the 4 laws of behavior change. 3, habit stacking and environment change. 4, the importance of identity. 5.
5.
What did I say?
Listen.
Alfred, give me some shit. 5, continuous improvement and feedback. And
1, 2, 3, 5.
Those are all the 5 main points of the book. I'm not going to get into specifics and bore you guys, but if you read the book, if you go back and listen to the review, we talk about that. And in some form or fashion, I've gotten all of these points. I've had to reread this book at least 2 to 3 times. I listened to it on audiobook. I've read it. And I feel like I'm at a point now where, it started off like painful. Like I started off doing T25, something that if I did T25 when I was in college training, or even if I was in the beginnings of residency, right, I'd be like, this is nothing. But after so many years of just working and not taking care of myself, T25 was kicking my ass, Renee. Kicking my ass.
Sure, T.
And I'm smiling because I jack it out. We start to jack a little faster. Sometimes being a fitness professional, I'm like, why do I do the things that I do? Because I want to look good. Here we go. There you go. Heel out. Grab a Sean T right here. Good. How you feeling? I want to leave. Push through.
Yo, but I stuck to it, yo. I stuck to it, yo. And, you know, Alfred, if you can throw in some B-roll here and there, I stuck to it. You know, and one of the things that the book teaches you to do first is, you know, really focus on who you want to be, right? Mm-hmm. That's the whole notion of identity change. And that whole notion of, okay, well, listen, I just want to be an athlete. Okay. So if I want to be an athlete mentally, then that means I got to start doing things that athletes do. So I got to get some athletic clothes, right? I've got to, you know, be a little bit healthier with how I eat. I got to drink more water. Mm-hmm. And then I got to exercise. And for me, I just said, well, listen, I think exercising 5 to 6 days a week is okay for me. Mm-hmm. And exercise was anything. That's how it started off. It was like, I don't care what it is. Don't have to be lifting, whatever it is.
10 squats.
10 squats. I was always going to continue that. So for me, I said, look, I'll do T25. It's a 6-week program. It's dope, y'all. 25 minutes for 6 days a week. And it's basically dedicate 25 minutes to just working out, getting your heart rate up. It's high intensity training. I love it. I'll put the link in the show notes. And if I couldn't do it, then I would have to do some type of physical activity.
10 squats.
10 squats. She right?
Yep, I've seen you do it.
And then the next thing is I needed to be able to create an environment that was really like embracing of this. Mm-hmm. And that was either, you know, making sure that in my hotel room there's enough space to exercise, or even after call, making sure as soon as I walk through that hotel door into my room, my shorts are there, my sneakers are there, my socks are there, everything that I need to work out is there. Mm-hmm. So I just made it as, you know, warm and inviting as possible. And then the other thing that the book also teaches you is you need to be able to track your results. You need to be able to have accountability, and you need to be able to prove to yourself that you can do the work. So for me, something as simple as just having a calendar and having the workouts on the calendar. Monday, you're going to do this workout. Tuesday, you're going to do that workout. Thursday of next week, you're going to do this workout. When I'm done, just Xing it off and making sure that every time the calendar is there, there's a marker there. And I just X it off. Boom, boom, boom. And then over time, those X's add up, right? And when you get to a point where it's really tough, like you either are sick or maybe you had a rough day and you get in home late or you just don't feel like working out, I could always look at that calendar and say, hey, do I really want to break the chain this time? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, hell no, I did all that work. Or if I do break the chain, the key thing is don't break the chain 2 days in a row.
Right.
Because once you break the chain 2 days in a row, then that is a new
habit.
There you go. You got it. And that's how Nii did it, you know? So throughout this whole discussion, I hope you guys saw a little bit of some of the B-roll that we showed. I'll show you, you know, some of the B-roll of me, of some of the calendars that I've used. But for 2 years, I've just been kind of using calendars and just kind of Xing off and gotten to a point where I just don't want to disappoint myself by doing it.
Yeah.
That's what's working for me.
You did a good job.
Thank you. I'm looking sexy.
You bringing sexy back. Why are you looking at me like that?
Tell me you love me. You all right?
You just can't even say I'm looking sexy.
I said you bringing sexy back. That's what that means. Okay. Hello? Is that not what that means? Yep. Dun, 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 dun. Go ahead, be going. Do that thing. Go ahead, be going.
So I know I'm sexy. I'm looking good. So Dr. Renée, what is it that you're working on? Do you have a New Year's resolution?
I think it's this was my resolution last year, and I was very much like those people who did not fulfill their New Year's resolution.
What was your New Year's resolution?
Last year, it was to be more organized. Boy, do I need to be more organized. It's funny because I'm organized about some things, and then other things I'm very loose on. But the things that I'm very loose on are now starting to pile up.
Okay.
And interfere with just my productivity. And the other day, someone said something to me that I thought was very, very interesting and described me in a way that I was like, oh man, like that, what you just said, like describes me. And what she said was, she was talking about herself, but she was like, she finds herself to be practicing productive procrastination.
Describe that. What is that? What is that?
So productive procrastination is productive procrastination is when you are procrastinating by doing other things that make you feel like you're productive. So you might need to, clean up the house, clean a certain room in the house, whatever, right? And instead of doing that, what you do is you might go on your computer and work on something that, let's say, oh yeah, I got to do this, I got to do a post for something, right? You have to post something on Instagram. Maybe you do have an online business, but you want to post something on Instagram. So what you do is you take a long time to do this post because it's got to be perfect, and you do iterations of this thing when
you
in
got
the back
that
of
damn
your
work
mind,
to do. You ain't gonna do it.
Right. In the back of your mind that literally this post could have been done in 5 minutes, but you spend so much time on this post instead of cleaning up that room that needs to be cleaned. So you feel productive because at the end, you actually put the post out.
So my story is opposite, actually. So let's say I need to do the podcast or I need to work on the podcast.
Yeah.
I hate like clutter. So I'll actually clean the room instead of working on the thing that
productive procrastination.
Right? Because it's, for me, like cleaning the room doesn't require thought.
Right.
So it's very easy. It's work, but it doesn't require thought. So I'm just like, oh yeah, I got to move this here, move that there, move this there, move that there. Oh, 3 hours later, I guess I'm going to go to bed. And I didn't do what I needed to do for the podcast.
But you feel good because clutter's gone.
Exactly. The clutter's gone, but the clutter of what is accumulating on a to-do list is building up. So I got you there. I got you there. So you're trying to get more organized.
Yeah, I'm trying to get more organized and stop this productive procrastination that I do. And there are certain systems that I think I do need to set up in order for that to happen. One is, I think I don't think I have enough spaces. So what that means is like, how everything should have a space, right? Like everything in its place.
Space. This is a safe space.
No, not like that. No,
what you talking about?
But everything in its place. But if you don't have the place, then all the things kind of just accumulate and they just go to whatever space you do have, which might not be the appropriate space, but it's a space.
Yeah, I got you.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I think I need to be more thoughtful about how I set up the room, basically set up the system, set up the room in order to be more organized so that things have its, everything has its appropriate space.
So when should we check in on you to make sure that you're doing your work?
Check on me in March.
But that affects all of us though, right?
Yeah.
Because that affects, I can tell by your organization determines how quickly the kids, or what time the kids go to bed, what time you're cooking, what time, just in general, all of that stuff is happening and stuff. And I can tell the more blustered you are, or the more overwhelmed you are, the kids be going to bed like at 1 a.m.
Okay, you know what, Nee? That is a damn lie. My kids are usually in bed by 8:30, the latest. Usually.
What happened today?
What do you mean what happened today? You were home today. The kids were in bed by what, 8:45?
You're getting more, they're getting later.
I said usually. What that mean? So usually, if 6 days a week the kids are in bed between 8 and 8:30, the one day
on New Year's Day.
Oh please, that's New Year's Day, me. Come on.
What time did they go to bed?
That's New Year's Day. New Year's Day.
The day on
New Year's Eve.
On New Year's Eve, what time did they go to bed?
Okay, you know what? shut this podcast down. Just shut it down.
All right. So we'll check in with you on March, right?
March.
All right. We'll
Yep.
check in with her on March to see if she's working on her resolution
Yes.
or building a system. But so when you're doing this, I know you talked about spaces and solutions and all that stuff. Like, are you going to go as far down as like identity change? Because that's what the book says is the most lasting type of change is, I am an organizer. I am the Haitian version of Marie Kondo. Like, shouldn't you be doing?
Marie Kondo.
Is that how it is? Oh, Marie. Okay.
Kondo.
Okay.
That's the Haitian Marie Kondo. Marie Kondo.
So, are you going to do an identity?
I'm Marie Kondo.
Okay. So she's going for an identity change. Okay. Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So my New Year's resolution for this year that I'm working on is, as people don't know, but in 2025, I want to take a sabbatical. So I want to make sure that we're saving up enough for the sabbatical. So just making the financial, budgeting things that we need to do on a monthly basis to make sure that the money is going into an account that is going to be saved and not touched, so that when 2025 comes and we're doing a sabbatical, there's no stress.
So 2024, your New Year's resolution is to be a lazy bum who doesn't work.
For which year?
For 2024, is to work up to the point where you can be a lazy bum who doesn't work.
No. 2025 is when that's going to occur.
That's when you become the lazy bum.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Moving on. What's the next question? The next question I have for you is, what's the New Year's resolution that you gave up on that you regret the most?
Exercise.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you tried this in the past, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's always part of, I think that's always in the back of my mind. Something that I want to do is exercise more, and not necessarily like, hardcore exercise, but like literally kind of like you said, just any sort of consistent movement. You know what I mean? Consistent movement. So whether it be, 4 days a week, 6 days a week, whatever it is. But that's probably the one because, so for me, that's kind of why I picked up exercising again. And I didn't want to do it as my New Year's resolution. I wanted to start I started, I think, in November. I didn't want it to be my New Year's resolution because I felt like I would be more likely to be like, just holding off. But, the last time I exercised this consistently was like 10 years ago. Yeah, it was like 10 years ago.
Wait, this right here?
Yeah. Right
now you've been working out for how long now?
2 months.
But we did T25 together.
Yeah, we did T20. We did do T25, but that was a 10-week stint. The last time I was consistent in just making sure, and I remember I did T25 because you were like, oh, just come on, just do it with me. I didn't really do T25 because I wanted to do it. I did T25 because you asked me to do it, and I was like, all right, fine.
But do you want to work out?
Yes, I do want to work out.
Oh, okay.
Now I do. Okay. Yes, now I actually want to do it.
I see the difference now. So now this is something that you actually want to do.
Right. Like, I want to do it. I want to be consistent with it, and, I can't say, oh, I didn't want to exercise. Like, I don't want to say that, but I also wasn't like convicted, like, because remember you asked me on the show the last time, you were like, well, what are you going to change? What system or what identity are you going to have? And we went back and forth on that episode as to what my identity was going to be. And I was just like, I don't know.
Lo and behold, she failed.
Exactly. But, but that's important, right? Because part of that was that it wasn't intrinsically from me. This was something that was like, yes, I'll do it because you're asking me to do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Whereas this time it's not. And I didn't want to couple it with a New Year's resolution because I did feel like if I coupled it with the New Year's resolution, I was less likely to succeed. The organizing, I feel like I could do that as a New Year's resolution because what I see as the resolution is setting up the systems. And that's not necessarily something that should take an entire year.
Yeah.
to do.
But that's very important, though, to set up the systems.
Yes.
Because in the book says that according to, Clear, we don't rise to our goals. So whenever you make a goal, it's like this aspirational type thing.
Right.
Like we don't really rise to our goals in the setting of stress. We actually fall down to like the systems that we have. Right. So it's like you said, like if you can create a system that is for the most part foolproof and that is going to direct you towards a positive habit, even on your worst days, the shittiest days, you always going to fall back down on that system.
Right.
That's the worst that could happen, which is exactly what you want to happen.
What you want to happen.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, I like that. Okay.
So that's what I want to do. I want to be very intentional about having a period of time when I'm working on the systems. And then, if the playroom, for example, gets really crazy and messy, that's fine because now I have a system to fall back on. This goes here, this goes there, this goes there, this goes there. Boom, we're done. You know what I mean?
Let's talk real quick about family themes before we go to our fun segment. So family theme, we did this for years and then we kind of just went on autopilot. So y'all, what a family theme is basically a theme that the family's going to do. This is the thing that we're going to worry about, focus on for the entire year. We were really good at doing this on a yearly basis when we were paying off debt. Once we paid off debt, we kind of went into like autopilot mode and we had kids and all these different things. So we are picking that back up. So for 2024, you want to let them know what the family theme is.
I forgot. No, I didn't.
She forgot.
No, I didn't.
She thinks she's buying herself time right now.
No, I didn't.
Let me continue to keep stalling for you so you can.
It's family focus.
Yes. Okay, you had me going for a second. I thought maybe you was BSing for a second.
No. Family focus. So we want to be able to focus more and be more intentional on things that we're doing as a family, for the kids, for us as a couple. So we just, it's easy to go on autopilot.
Oof, yeah, we've been on autopilot for a while.
Yes, we've been on autopilot for a while. So, just again, but I think that also falls in line with kind of me being organized as well and figuring out in our schedules, like, all right, what are the things that we are going to do? So does that mean that we have some family fun activity, every week, a couple of hours a week,
something like a game night or something like that.
Like a game night or something, right?
And then we got to have like a date something.
Right.
Where we are enjoying each other's time, just me and you. We're not talking about the finances. We're not talking about podcasting. We're not talking about any issues. We are just enjoying
each other.
So that could be a movie. That could be a bootleg. That could, you know how it is. I still go to Newark downtown. You know what I'm saying?
Get out of here.
Get my stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And play it on what? Your DVD player?
Where's the check it out? Shout out to the check it out man. You know what I'm saying? Check it out. Right? But whatever it is, we focusing on. For me, basically, the best way I could describe it is addition by subtraction. Right? Like Instagram is off the phones now. Just really focusing on us.
Yeah.
And go from there.
Yeah.
But it's got to be intentional.
Yeah, it can't be you going, you want a factor too? You want a factor meal too?
Yeah. Yeah, it can't be that.
That's your date night for the last, I don't know how many weeks. You want to eat a factor with me?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm thinking about you.
You are.
So y'all going to hold us to that. Also, we will give you guys an update on that. But yeah, that is basically why we're focusing on 2024 is because, I think financially we kind of I think the behaviors have been ingrained in now.
Yes.
We don't overspend too much.
Yes.
Actually, we don't really overspend, but we're not monitoring like we were before.
Right.
And we kind of fell off our savings goals and we need to get right back into it.
Right.
Just so that, I can go and be lazy in 2025. It's not going to happen, y'all. I'm not going to get lazy in 2025. But I still want to take my sabbatical in 2025.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing, and we will keep you guys updated as that book just fell, as you can hear on the podcast or see on the audio version. And,
on the video version.
What'd I say? I said video, didn't I?
No, you said as you can see on the audio version.
Alfred, replay that for everybody here. Or see on the audio version.
I be listening.
I said as on the audio version and then on the video version.
Let's see who's right, Alfred.
Represent me right, Alfred. All right, y'all. We will be right back. All right, y'all. We are back. Check out Dr. Renee's cheap-ass 2024 glasses.
Me cheap. This is,
What's the prescription on them bad boys? 2024?
yeah.
That's all in your sight?
That's it. I got 2024 vision,
Yo,
baby.
below, go ahead and let us know what you think about Dr. Renee's
I got 2024 vision.
glasses. So listen, guys, we're going to have a real bit of fun on this next segment. Alfred, go ahead and cue this up.
I'm Haitian. Of course I drive a Toyota.
I'm Haitian. Of course, I've been dropped off to school with this car.
I'm Haitian. Of course my mom's a CNA.
I'm Haitian. Of course, our garage is a storage room for the freak.
I'm Haitian. Of course I can't go because my mom had a dream.
I'm Haitian. Of course, we have a jardin.
I'm Haitian. Of course we have spaghetti for breakfast.
I'm Haitian. Of course, the function starts 4 hours late.
I'm Haitian. Of course I won't date a Haitian man. Ufo?
I really like these videos. You really like these videos. And these videos are, of course, I'm Haitian. So, Dr. Renee.
Yes.
You've been wanting to do a video like this.
Yes.
Right? Obviously, most of the people who are doing the video, they're walking around and doing something. But we potting.
Right.
So why don't you go ahead and take it?
Okay.
Of course, I'm Haitian.
Let's see. All right. Let's see.
Damn, she took them glasses off like, watch me do this. Watch me be real Haitian.
Of course I'm Haitian. Right? That's what you want me to do?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Haitian. Of course I say potatoes chip instead of potato chips. You didn't like that one?
Yeah.
You didn't like that one?
Well, that's where you're going to stop, though. Actually, I'll let you get one more. Go ahead.
One more?
Do one more.
There's a lot.
Okay, do one more.
Okay. I'm Haitian. Of course I throw water after you when I don't want you to come back to my house. That's what we do. You don't like that one?
No.
Okay.
Like you got to do something like we see you do. Like when has someone thrown water after someone doesn't?
When they don't like them and they don't want them to come back to their house.
That doesn't happen. No.
Okay, fine.
Okay, move on.
Okay, fine. Okay. I'm Haitian. Of course, I'm going to put some Lune Masquiti on your chest when you have a fever instead of taking you to the doctor with a 105 fever.
That's good because you actually did do that to me.
Yes, and it worked. Right?
All right, it did work. So for all you Haitians out there, if you see this and you agree with what she's saying, make sure, represent her right. Make sure she representing y'all right. You know what I'm saying? So I'll do one. I think mine is very self-explanatory.
What?
I'm Ghanaian. Is it? I'm Ghanaian.
Yeah, of course I.
I'm Ghanaian. Of course I take a shower with this net exfoliating sponge right here. If you are watching on YouTube, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you see this in a Ghanaian's shower, you know he's real. This is what I use. And I've been using this since I was, 2 years old? But y'all know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Boom. Did I win that one?
You won that one.
I won that one. There you go. Boom.
Yeah, you
So for those who are listening on the podcast experience, the audio version, you need to be checking out the video version because I had a mic drop right there.
Yeah, mic drop right there.
Had a mic drop right there.
We got to do some for the takeouts.
Alfred, do you even know what that is? What this is? Do you know what this is? Because I think this is more of like outside of the United States, people,
Well, somebody's selling this now on Instagram.
Yeah, I saw that. They selling it for like, they making mad money.
They making bank because you know how much I got that for in Ghana?
Yeah.
I don't even want to tell you.
The folks in
Probably
Ghana,
the equivalent of like 5 cents.
folks in Ghana, we need to get y'all to raise the prices up, but it's crazy. It's crazy. But listen, y'all, that's the end of this episode. Let's just get on out for this, right? Because this is also 2024. We're looking at stats, and y'all don't be making it all the way to the end of our episode, and we don't like that. So we trying to make our episodes shorter, but also getting it to the point. And I see what y'all saying. Put it in the first 30 minutes and then go from there. So
We're
that's
going
what
to do some outtakes, too.
Yeah, we're going to start doing some outtakes. So
Yeah.
make sure you pay attention. And those outtakes, we can't put at the end of the show because they're not watching it at the end of the show.
Well, maybe if we say we're going to do outtakes at the end of the show, they'll get to the end of the show.
Maybe.
That's going to be your reward for getting to the end of the show.
But listen, y'all, we're excited about this year. This is going to be a great 2024 for the Darkos. And we also hope that it's going to be a great
2024.
For y'all also. Yo, listen, yo, before I mess this up anymore, I am Dr. Nii. I'm joined by
Dr. Renee, who's not as drunk as Dr. Nii still is for the new year.
And this is Docs Outside the Box, yo. A fusion of money, medicine, and pop culture. We're going to catch you guys on the next episode, y'all.
Peace. Happy New
Peace,
Year.
peace, 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 peace. I need to get something to do this next segment. I'll be right back, okay? So just keep it recording.
My glasses, please.
Yeah.
Maybe we should play some music. La 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 la.
All right, close your eyes.
My 2024.
I don't, babe, go get your glasses. I don't know which one you're.
Oh my God.